Many of my subscribers, people that watch my videos, have seen me on this trail. The infamous, I showed my dog's poop right there, and I said, if your dog poops, do you pick it up on the trail? So, did this here. It's a good morning. I haven't done these in a while. I haven't done a dog park video in a while either. So I said, why not just take a walk right now? Look at this. My wife is up there with the dogs somewhere. Up there somewhere, but look at this. Foggy mountains. Foggy everything else. Feels good. I want to take this walk because I want to be out here free with nature when I speak about this. Now, my buddy, the DoorDash Revolution, has a very serious rule personally that he has. He says that he is going to defend his subscribers. Being that the Revolution and I, we are Hot Facts. For those of you who don't know, people say, oh, business partner, this and that. The DoorDash Revolution is my ace. He is the administrator over the StreamYard also with me. My videos that I put up, he can use them whenever he wants. It's my partner. We discuss. We do a lot. We have a gentleman, our deputy, TFT. There's another guy that respects this nice outdoors. So today I got to do a little checking. I got to stick up for my subscribers, the brand, and my guest. You see how nature works? You see how nature works? What's up, Jeff Thomas Black? Look, everything coincides with each other. Look, we have harvester ants working on the ground. These ants don't eat bugs. They're just going to get the feed in the grain, take back to the nest, feed the whole colony. Everything flows in motion. Everything. Look at this. Look at this beetle. Look at this beetle. Look at this beetle. Getting ready to do his thing. There's a lot of trolls, and I had to come to my own realization on what is a troll. I've heard there's a gentleman by the name of Yup, and he said over on Facebook, he trolls people to where they don't want to come back on Facebook. And I guess in the comedy scene, you would call that person a heckler. One thing we know what happens to hecklers is if they are up there with a seasoned veteran comic, they will destroy that heckler. Trolls, you guys are hecklers. We have people that come on and say that, well, we make other accounts just to go and troll people. That means you have nothing to do in life if you just have to sit up there to try to go stir things up on other people's stuff. You could be doing something way more productive, like taking this walk right now. Which is why we are walking, people. There is a message behind this walk also. And we'll get to that. Okay, we will get to that. Hecklers and these trolls, they appear everywhere. Some tell you exactly who they are, and you know who they are. Some people try to put a false name on, what a troll is. Like, some may call me a troll because I'm a news reporter. It's just like if there's news going on, you got the news, you're going to see some reporter already at the crime scene. I'm already there. I am not a troll. I'm supposed to be going there. I'm not a troll. Watch this. Look at all the grain these harvester ants have built up right now. Now they're going to take all that into the inside. They're working as one. I'm a news channel. I'm not a troll. I'm going to get into necro getting bags. Prime example. This example goes into what I'm saying. I caught someone named Flower Lotus just talking a whole bunch of stuff about me. And they didn't know that I was going to be watching. Well, they had to know because at the same time every day, it starts, let's talk about hot facts. That's when my segment of that show will go on that other show that has been suspended. I know where they're going next because my segment is not going to end. They went over to the other channel, so I went over there and I'm watching the exact same way. I'm the news channel. Flower Lotus was talking and here's the thing, making up stuff, saying that Reese needs his channel shut down. He got Roy fired. I have literally put a video up that they have seen, and Bob Bradley has been in the chats. He's going all over the place. The source of what you guys say, even though it was your driver Ken on trying to make a surprise, everything is over there, and I got the food at the table. But you will still say that I got Roy fired. This is why that puts a bad taste in my mouth, Roy. You have to fix that. I had nothing to do with that. Exonerate me because the man that you asked for, I brought him to you. It's like a wanted poster. Dead or alive, I brought the man to you. What are you going to do with him? You don't even want to go walk by his cell. And you got these people over there being trolls. Now watch this. When I just put laughing out loud after she said some more stuff, she said, see, he's here in the bushes. I'm not in the bushes. I'm just watching, and I caught you talking all type of stuff, and then it made you be quiet because then I actually clicked the link and I shut it all down. I shut it all down. I walked in there and stepped and stomped over all that stuff, put the fire out so everybody else can go back to live. But that's what trolls do. They gather up. Flex has a video that says when they gather up, they don't like you, but people don't know that I did that video about the lounge first. Then he used it. That's not even his original thought. But the trolls and the hecklers will do whatever they can to try to make it like that. Crazy how it works. I'm going to get into this one right now. I'm going to just go ahead. You guys see, walking with this, walking with that. There is a WWE superstar that I know, and his catchphrase is, who wants to walk with Elias? That is a real WWE wrestler. His name is Elias. He plays a guitar like Jeff Jarrett. I've seen him in many, many battles. I remember when he started off the Royal Rumble and he was killing. But he says WWE stands for Walk with Elias. Look at my dog. Hi, mamas. I got pugs. I don't got cheap dogs. Here goes Princess. I don't got cheap dogs. Walk with Elias. I'm walking with you, Elias. This is about to be, I'm going to put a disclaimer out there. This is opinion, facts, and matter. Anyone offended by the words that are going to be coming out of my mouth, so be it. This is not here to offend or put anyone down. This is solely here to give my opinion on things that have been stated because I am a subject in the things that have been stated, so it gives me a right to have my opinion. So anybody else that doesn't like it, oh well. This is not a meme, Elias, Coach Eli. It's not a meme. I'm not making fun of your walk, which is why I described to you the WWE superstar Elias, who says, who wants to walk with Elias? You say walking with the purpose, and your name is Elias. I don't want you to try to take two things together and try to say that someone was trying to come at you and make fun of you. I have to do a disclaimer whenever I'm going to mention your name, just so you don't try to do me how you do everybody else. How you know on the business side, I know on the business side too. Hot Facts will protect itself. All right? So it's no joke at you walking with Elias and me on this trail right here. It's definitely not the first time I've been on this trail on a live and in my videos. I have almost 2,500 videos. So it's not even a shoot at that. This is one of my favorite places. I normally go to the dog park too. I haven't been there in a while, so I got to go do a live at the dog park. You're brand new to me, so you don't know these things. So what you don't know, I don't want you to think and jump over the bridge and say someone is doing this and someone is doing that, because that seems to be your MO. For instance, after our interview, I had a few other channels. Whenever they were like, oh, we got hot facts. Can we ask them this? Can we ask them that? I went ahead and did that. I publicly said that there are things that I have heard about what you have done. I've heard you in one of your videos or your lives talk about one of the incidences that I will not say here. And, I said there are things that I just don't agree with. And because I don't agree with those things, doesn't mean that, anything that you were doing good does not count. After that, you went on your live and said that you will no longer go on anyone else's live because you cannot control the people in the comments. I thought that was a little weird. You don't want to go on anybody else's stuff because you cannot control the comments that people are saying. Well, everybody has their opinion. And if you have an opinion, you should be allowed to state your opinion. Obviously, we know harassment and bashing. We don't want any of that. But everyone is allowed to have their opinion. You said that you want to do things on more professional channels. All these are strikes and little hits at me. I've let them all go. You're not going to keep throwing stuff at Hot Facts' brand and think I'm not going to go ahead and say something to defend my brand for everybody else who may be watching out there. All right? This is no shot at you. I'm defending my brand. We are professional here. Everyone's interview is treated the same. Gone over the most real news that anybody else has ever had in the gig space. I'm talking about real news. I want you guys to type up this guy here on YouTube, Dash Gordon. This guy dresses up like Flash Gordon for real. Unlike this dude, that's he's one of Eli's boys or something. He dresses up in a Batman suit and he's been trying to troll me. It seems like once I got involved or even did the interview, all these trolls are coming at me. They're doing all this other stuff. But Dad dresses up as Flash Gordon and he delivers to hospitals and everything in his community. He raises money with the people that he delivers to and he donates it to charity. I bring in the real news. Things like that. How many gig channels out there has shown the delivery driver running to a burning house to save victims and the city rewards him? You see it on Hot Facts. You see it on Hot Facts. Eli, you've been throwing shots at my brand, low key. You said you're gonna do private videos and then put them on so it just pops up, because you have to have control over not only the comments, but you said something about something else. You have to have complete total control. And you said that after appearing on my show. So I take those as shots to the Hot Facts brand. And that is something that we definitely do not do. We don't stand for that. We will not let anyone speak on us like that, because it's definitely not true. Not true. Reverse Kurt Angle. Not true. I don't want to mention this, but I have to, because I hate this channel because I know who it is, and I'm not going to say the name because everybody else who knows what's going on knows who it is. Gig economy corruption. Instantly, they're watching whatever you do. You're in the comment section on Thomas Glitch Dash live while he is watching me interview John Billings. Now that you know I'm representing my brand, I'm going to represent right now my guest and speak up for my guest. At a point when you looked in, you were like, well, there's 4 people in here, Thomas. You got 17 here. That shows tremendous, or whatever else it was that you said. I let it slide under. But then I'm reading comments during that whole thing. You're taking shots the whole time at my brand and everything. I had enough of the taking shots at my brand when it came down to John Billings. I asked you during your own live about it. You said, oh no, Robert, I wasn't throwing, don't think I was coming at you or doing this and that. I'm just saying that, I don't think he was ready for an interview. He doesn't have a large channel, this and that. And when I went in, there was 4 people there. Well, I said, on my YouTube studio, it's showing that 150 already watched. People don't have to watch it live to see that same episode. And you did that. And then you told me something like, well, I would have did it like this, I would have did it like that. If I would have did it Eli's way, I would be in this game. My brand would be in this game for 6 years and have a total of 429,000 views combined on 2 channels. If I do it your way. I have 8.5 times more views than you have. So I don't understand that philosophy. You said because he's not a bigger channel, he shouldn't have been put in that situation. Here's where Hot Facts is different. There's a YouTube authority out there. Revolution speaks on this in a big way. There is a YouTube authority out there. They don't want to see other channels grow and get larger. So they say, don't do an interview with this person and this and that. That's not what I do here on Hot Facts. I've interviewed some of the people that you watch right now when they didn't even have that many subs and they were turned down by everybody else, or nobody else looked at them enough like they were that interesting to actually have an interview done with them. Some of these people, it's their very first time being interviewed. They've never been the manager in the place or anything else like that, but someone is acknowledging good things that they are doing. I give them that chance. It's like if there's a hungry rapper or a dancer coming up and they get the chance and they see the producer, they see this person, they see that person, and they're like, I cannot blow this opportunity. They're like, I cannot blow this opportunity. Man, I'm going to spit my rap for them right then and there. If they blow me off, I'm never going to get that chance. Then you got promoters out there that see that people are putting in hard work, they're getting their traction, and they want to go ahead and get it there. And now when they go ahead to get to where they are, they'll be like, thank you. You gave me a shot and an opportunity. So how dare you, Eli? How dare you question why I interviewed a upcoming gig tuber who's doing really great things? In his little time on GigTube, he has 485,000 views. And it ain't even been like 2 years or something. He's getting it in. You got 6 years on 2 channels combined, 421,000 views. Excuse me, 429. How are you going to say he wasn't ready and his channel was not large, but he has more viewership than what you have? This is what the haters will get out there and say. I'm defending my brand. I'm defending my brand and my guests. This dude has something that is going to be special. These young dudes are going to be special. I don't like it when other content creators and people start saying, well, they shouldn't have been up there. He wasn't ready. How are you going to say he's not ready? He's already in the game. He knows how to play. He knows how to shoot. Why can't he speak up for himself? What's wrong with having someone speak up for themselves? I have to let you know all that I'm going for 12,000 views. 12,000 subs in under 2 years. You tried to, downplay it. Yeah, well, you're doing better than me. Okay, I'm not trying to do better than you. My thing is how I run my ship and how I get it done. And if I bring somebody up who you don't know, who cares? You don't know them. You didn't know about me. You didn't know about a whole lot of other people in the gig game. We're giving you information on your show when you're asking, and you're asking about Pedro and stuff like that, and you seem like you know about certain things, but then you don't, and somebody else talks about something, and you think they're a troll, and they're not. They're a real person that has been watching this stuff from the jump. You fell off watching everything, and when they tell you something, you say, oh, you're getting information from other people. Now, I don't know what your plan of attack is, but one of those plans is definitely not going to be speaking bad on the Hot Facts brand and the guests and my subscribers that go ahead and come on my show. I will defend them. I will defend them. That's not cool. And then the funniest thing is, I interviewed like 250 some subs since you came in. Glitchgate thing and everything else like that. You were like, I can try to come in here and get some subs from all this Glitchgate stuff and all that. Thomas only had 250 subs. Right now, John Billings has way more subs than him and views. So how was Thomas ready and John Billings not? You got to answer that. Then you've been throwing super chats and stuff like that in on people's channel. Like, hey, man, I know the stuff about me is going wild. I'm going to throw you some money in there. Let's ease up on me a little bit. I see what you're doing, man. I see what you're doing. And if that's how you roll, that is how you roll. That's how you roll. Last night I saw you block almost everybody that came inside your chat. You just start blocking everybody. Oh, that's a troll. Oh, that's a troll. You thought WG Agency was a troll. When I saw you say, oh, you're a troll, I was watching that. And then I wrote you and said, no, he's not. That is a great subscriber who speaks openly on many different topics and subjects. That's what I told you. And you were like, oh, and he's been in there. That's a real person. Everybody that comes around you is not a troll trying to take you down. Trying to take you down. I was listening to one of your lives, and I'm gonna use your words. You had your lady. She was sitting behind you in a chair or something, and it kind of seemed like anything you said, there was a difference in opinion based upon both you guys think that trolls are coming at you from everywhere. I'm trying to figure out, if both you guys think trolls are coming at you from everywhere, why would you have a social media channel and then go and secretly throw shots at other people's channels who are doing something good? We got to be the life coach, man. We got to be the life coach. The life coach don't want that negativity floating around in the air. The life coach don't want that negativity floating around in the air. He wants to see somebody doing what they do and let them do it. People will say anything. Don't let that get to you like that. Just imagine this. Martin Luther King, right? Used to have peaceful marches while getting spit on, rocks thrown at him, people in his entourage and people marching with them getting hit by billy clubs and police, and they are still walking with that purpose that you say you walk with, right? Malcolm X showed up. The police were doing a bunch of bad stuff. They show up with water hoses and they spraying stuff down and all that stuff. They marched out there strong with a purpose. They didn't let nobody just derail what they got going on. And guess what? They sat down with all the people that were trying to come at them like that. Maybe you need to start opening up and talk to some of these people. Maybe you need to do an interview circuit. Maybe that might be able to revamp your brand. You do an interview circuit to people that you have blocked over the past and let them ask questions and you answer them. Maybe that might be something you need to do, because blocking everybody, kicking everybody out, and you guys are a tag team just kicking everybody out. Whenever I look in the chat, it says removed, comment removed, user hidden. I'm like, there cannot be that many bad people just in the world back to back to back to back to back like that. And because you think everyone is so bad like that, you throw shots, and you threw shots at my brand. And check this out. You left when I got done asking you about what you put in Thomas's chat. You go over to Thomas's channel and say, hey, just ended my live. Just got rid of a lot of haters and trolls. People can't take anyone's opinion. You did your little laughing out loud. That was a shot towards me again. My opinion is, I'm telling you, it's not even an opinion. I'm telling you, it's not an opinion. It's a fact. I'm telling you. And you went on Thomas's thing and did that. Every time something happens, you go over and then you're writing stuff. This is why people, a lot of you guys don't understand. How I got through that interview, that was pure professionalism. I've been upset with this dude. I asked him questions. He did that. And then he started throwing super chats and people's stuff. The dude said, if no one's going to send super chats on birthdays and stuff, then you should not be watching my channel and all that stuff. Man, that's not how you do your brand. That's not how you do your brand. Since you told me what I should do with my brand, this is what you should not do with your brand. You should not block everyone. You should not tell people that if they don't send you super chats, they are not good people. You don't go and point fingers and sticks at people, then come back and then act like everything is a-okay. You told me that I should have never had John Billings up on for an interview. I should have never had him up there. He should have never, you said he should have never been put in that situation. That's pure haterade right there. That's pure haterade. That's pure haterade. Come on now. And how you know it's pure haterade is it's a young dude, young father. We spoke about fatherhood, spoke about tendencies of the child and everything else like that. This dude opened up. And then when you listen to him, he said, he was a little hesitant. And I asked him, you were a little before, but after conducting the interview, he said this was a really good interview. He thought it was going to go one way, but the young man was ready. And he did a great job. Your first time being interviewed like that is not going to be the greatest. But what he did do was answer the questions. He stated how he felt. He stood his ground. He showed you his morals. He told you what he's not going to be going for. He stood up for Pedro and said that if someone does something wrong, you should be able to call them out. That's what I'm doing right now. What is so wrong with that dude, and how was he not ready to say that in front of? And I don't mean to do it, but I have to. I got to take it back to the rock. In front of millions and millions of the people. He did that. He did that. He did a great thing. There were some things he didn't think about. I said, you need to go ahead and link up with a lot of these young dudes and then join a team and you guys start trying to take over the game. He was like, I never thought about that. I'm down with it. He said he wants to get that 100,000 subscriber mark. He said that. He's telling you things. He's telling you things about himself that he wants to do. How you gonna say he's not ready and he was put in the wrong situation? I put you in that situation. My interview was to really interview you about your thing with Pedro and the other stuff, but you got a lot of stuff going on with you, so it gave me some things to go ahead to talk about. But you appeared on Hot Facts. Here's what else you can do with your brand. Anytime you go anywhere, you got people that go to wherever you go to even do something. And now those people are appearing on those people's panels. Don't tell someone what they should be doing with their brand and their business. You don't do that. You focus on yours and what you do and congratulate a man on their success. That's what you do. That's the man code. That's part of the man code. Appreciate and congratulate what someone has done. Let them know the difference that they made, and you see on how it's different and how they did it. You let them know that stuff. You don't secretly go and throw shots and go into everybody's stuff to throw shots to do this agenda. The only agenda that the people are getting is that if they associate themselves with you, chances are you're gonna think they're a troll first, then you're gonna talk about them because you think they're trolls. Because you think they're trolls. Pedro's in here. Pedro says Eli is not a man. Thank you for joining, Pedro. People, you gotta understand, I conduct interviews no matter how, what people don't like, but someone's got to sit down with these people sometimes to conduct these interviews. And I am not afraid to do it. There's a lot of people afraid to be interviewed by Hot Facts because of it. Because if there's a bunch of bad stuff, some of that bad stuff is going to be talked about. But the who's who in the gig world have all had a chance to sit down with Hot Facts. And from the business side, these people know that, man, he got his brand, he's doing his thing, he does it the way he does, he'll come off like this, but deep down it's just like this. That's why a lot of you guys are like, well, do you and Pedro hate each other or what's going on? And I tell you guys, there's a super competitive nature there that sits, and it keeps it going. You know, when the careers are done and people are wearing those Hall of Fame jackets, you go ahead and dap somebody up and give them a hug, because you're sitting at the same table as far as achievements and, you know, the competitive nature and the juices that you get from that person. That's what happens. But you can't be going out there, man, and I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is why it was a tough interview for me, because I saw what backlash I was going to get, but I still don't care. I got the interview done without losing myself and going crazy over things that I have heard that I could have brought up, which lets you know there is some integrity there, because I could have brought up some of those things during your interview. And an interview does not have to be just on gig work. First of all, you see what my name is? It's Hot Facts. Hot Facts does not break down to one specific thing, which is why you see on my channel, I have a bunch of different things that happen on Hot Facts. It's Hot Facts. I am not limited to one community. I report on whatever I want to report on, and the algorithm has seen me do what I'm supposed to do. People say, well, you need separate channels for this and that. Well, I'm walking proof, Eli. I'm doing what someone says that you cannot do. That's the way I took my brand. I did it like that. And my brand loves the people that come over and show support. We may have some people that don't like some people. They may time to time. But for the most part, it's barbershop talk, unless you just did something stupid. But that's your brand. Announcing something about spitting on your father's grave or something like that, that's not good for your brand, man. To say I did that and I overcame that, man, that's not good. To do all these things that you do and then you say, well, I overcame it after I did all these things. Like, you can't just keep doing stuff over and over again and then saying, well, I overcame all those things. You can't do it if they are still happening. They're still happening. And the weirdest thing about it is that even when you do your lives, a lot of people don't understand grammar in how you speak. You throw a lot of shots at a lot of people when you were doing your live episodes or whatever else it is. And some of these people pick up on it and then they reply back. Because they replied back, you can't get mad at them for replying back because they got it. You can't get mad at that. Imagine how many subscribers and everything you would have if you did not block everybody. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. But that's not what you do. You want total control. Some people just go to your channel, I'm not going to lie, and they don't say anything wrong to you, so they can hear you say certain things. And then a lot of your information is getting out to people because of people like that. You don't have total control, man. And to think that you have total control is crazy, because no one has total control. No one does. It is not possible. You're not God. God has total control and gave us the ability to control what we want. So he was like, look, I can't control everything. Let me just ease up on some of this. Let them control some of their stuff. Not even God wants absolute total control like that. He's the man. He knows that. But that's not what he put out there. This goes for anybody out there. Anyone that comes on to anyone's show. I don't care if it's Pedro's. And this is where I'm about to break this down right. I don't care if it's Pedro's, Hannibal is Hungry. I don't care if you're on Your Driver Mike. I don't care if you are on Paid to Drive. I don't care if you go all the way to Cars and Cribs. I don't care. I don't care if did I say Rideshare Rodeo? I don't care where you go. I don't care if you go to GigTube. I don't care if you go to the UK and you do some things with London Eats and all those people. I don't care. These people have guests on their shows. And the guest deserves the respect and not have anyone coming at them for no reason, especially when they don't know nothing about you. And you're only learning from this person because you're watching the interview. You would have never went out yourself to learn about this person because you're stuck on yourself. You got to give the people that put on shows and they put on things so people can learn. You got to give them respect for that. And there is no hate from anyone in this whole gig world, this whole gig space, for all of us that do that. That's one love right there. That's one love right there. You said, why were people's spouses and things brought to whatever? I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. I don't know. Some people just feel like, man, the things I say don't make sense. I'm getting whooped on. Let me try to talk about someone's spouse because I've seen them in the video once or twice. So I'll just talk about them to try to make myself feel like I'm a better person. I don't know. That could be what it is. Some of these people are just not successful at anything though. And whenever they do things like that, that makes them successful. Come. That makes them successful. There is nothing that we are doing that says this and that. Everybody that does this and they're with someone or they're married, obviously your girlfriends, your fiancés, and your wives are watching the videos also on their own. I went into the lounge one night, a couple nights ago before the suspension, and Bobby's wife said, "Uh-oh, look who it is." She's watching. No one attacked Bobby for it. It makes no sense. They say Reese doxes people and all that, and they make up stuff like that. When I asked them all to their face, have I ever documented them? They all said no. So if someone's never documented them and no one has come out to say, man, he documented me, it's like, well, how many people do you have that have said that? Well, we don't know, but somebody else said, and then you guys go off into this other weird stuff. Then they think that the wives and the girlfriends and fiancés are documenting people. They're documenting me because they saw the video that we did. Well, you did a video, right? You did a video. Everyone can see it. The whole world don't shut down for whatever eyes you think it's supposed to be for. That's why you create a video and then you send it to who you want to see the video. It's that easy. They try to bring in something else like the wives on any occasion because they have nothing else to stand on. Just like bringing up race, saying things like, and you two black content creators stick together and leave my white ass alone. End quote. They stoop to stuff like that too. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Kurt Angle. Hecklers and trolls. Eli, I've been sitting, I've been watching, and when I got to ask you some things, that's because I was like, okay, I'm about to ask them. You made shots after your interview. If you think you can't go anywhere to even do a regular interview, I don't know. I can't tell you to not go live because of what happens with you. People are gonna watch it because they're like, man, this is better than Jerry Springer. The what's that show? Big Brother. It's better than what's that show? The Bad Girls Club. You got all that wound up in one. People are gonna watch that. There's a lot of controversy that surrounds you. I think you thrive on all that controversy. You create a lot of it. I'm a news channel. I know what I put out there might create some things, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to be everywhere because I'm the news. Anything I report, someone's going to have a different opinion on it. They're going to attack me on it and everything else like that. The difference is I don't thrive on that when I'm delivering news. I have to deliver the news. And then I stand on my hot facts, the truth behind what you stand for. We don't get out there and try to create false narratives, try to be sneaky and sly, do these other weird things. And the craziest thing is that you're doing all this stuff while, like, you came associated with a group of people that you saw that they got something going on. They're talking about this Glitchgate thing. You came in and met everyone just like that. But now that you came in and, you were introduced to everyone, I don't know what your agenda is, but I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what your agenda is with this, but you can't come in and then just start saying a bunch of stuff because check this out. Everyone that's involved with us, when I mean us, this goes to Pedro and Hannibal's and everybody else. There's a lot of subscribers that interchange and come to all these shows. So when you come to a group that you really don't know that much about, you can't come in like that and starting to do all this stuff that you're doing. You can't. And then you're throwing super chats to people that you don't know. And you're throwing it in like you threw a super chat in over saying that you just got done with your live removing trolls and haters. And you gave $10 for that. Like, look, someone's gonna accept that money, yeah, but you ain't gotta give somebody money to try to fit in, man. That's not how it works. It don't work like that. Uh, you got people that say they will not run ads and everything. So trying to buy people out, I don't know if that's what you're trying to do, but throwing super chats in there and coming in, and then you do a super chat, with a slick remark on it. So it's kind of like you're trying to embed your stuff with money involved. That's just my opinion from what I've seen looking in. That's just what I think I see. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm not. We will never know. The only way we'll ever know that is if I can do an interview, and you already said, because on Hot Facts, I let the people talk in the chat. You said you will never do an interview or go on anybody else's panel if you cannot control the chats. Because you're going to be looking in the chat section the whole time to see what joke someone is saying, if they're saying this and that. Some of the people don't even know who you are. Some have never even experienced you. Just like Welty he didn't even know who I was. And he joined in the reindeer games on Pedro's live. And then he found out who I was. And he was like, man, I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, some of these people don't even know who you are. So how you go try to control someone's voice or what they're hearing and you don't even know them? You can't do that. You can't do that at all. You can't do that at all. You need to loosen up a little bit. Everyone's not out to get you, man. Everyone's not. Even with me, I got some people that really don't like me, but everyone's not out to get you. It's to each his own. Tomato, tomato. You like roast beef, I like pastrami. What? You want Swiss, I want provolone. What? But you can't control everything. Like right now. Like right now, I bet right now, if there's anyone in my chat, I know Pedro is here. You probably want to see some of these people's comments taken off because you can't control what they're saying right now. I bet that. I bet that. Let's get them likes up, peeps. I bet right now, because when you watch something, you can watch anyone's live of people that you know and that you've interacted with. You probably have a hard time watching you probably don't pay attention to the actual, what they're talking about. You probably watch the comment section the whole time because you can't control it. You tried to control my brand and said what I should not have done and giving Thomas praise for doing this. But look, Thomas was watching my interview because it was an interview that he wanted to watch also. He was intrigued by it. He was intrigued by an interview of someone that you said he was not ready, he's inexperienced, his channel's not large enough. He was intrigued by that same person. And then you gave a super chat to the person that's watching the person who you said should not even be up there. Something ain't right with that, man. Something ain't right with that, man. That's not sitting too kind with me. And once again, I gave a disclaimer before I did this live. I'm not picking on you. I'm not doing any of that. This is not anti-bullying. There is a lot of constructive criticism and a lot of things going on how we can fix a situation. This is definitely not bullying. This is definitely not going against you. This is not any of that. And I got one more thing before I get on off of here. You were saying when you saw I was in there, instantly. And if anyone wants to use my content for my lives, you can. We can do it anyway. It's fair use stack. Like, we can use it. As long as you're doing commentary that goes along. Read the description on my channel that's up there. I'm a news channel. I can take whatever I want to take and do news on it if it's up there. And I do news on it. It's not stealing your material because, what material is being stolen from just walking on the trail. I can see if you got some HBO music in the background from just them. You got some NBA real copyright stuff going on. I could see that, but walking on the trail and speaking, anyone can like put it like this. If I'm commentating, I can watch your whole live thing and commentate at the exact same time. I can push pause at times, go ahead and speak, break this down, have a Q&A. All right, let's catch up to where I can do that anytime I want. So threatening people all the time with copyright strikes and all this other stuff, that's not cool either, man. That's not cool. You keep going on and on. You said it wasn't me that gave Flex a guideline strike. We all know that you can't give someone a guideline strike. It's a guideline strike, not a copyright strike. You ain't got to keep saying it. They have already said, Flex and them has already said, I got to give them this much just due. They have already said that they got the video from this other gentleman and they put it up on his live, and then that's how it got flagged. Okay, now you can flag something if it appears someone else, if it's a guideline strike and no name is going to be attached to it. We all know that, man. We all know that. You ain't got to be talking about it like that the whole time, because check this out. It's already done. His channel's in jeopardy. You got upset. Someone on your side, or you flagged it. It put it through the algorithm on YouTube. YouTube caught it. They took it down and did all the other stuff. I got to defend Pedro DoorDash Santiago right now. I have to. This is where people, it gets real. When I stick up for the gig world, and this is hot facts. My man comes at Pedro so cold. It's always about, this other stuff or this other stuff. And, well, Pedro did this. This one is hilarious. Pedro he had his fiance, because I know you get upset, Eli, if we say wife and she's not. You said she's not married legally yet, so fiance. You said Pedro used his fiance to sign up for DoorDash to get $900. Hell yeah. Did it with my wife. My brother sent me his link. That's how I got on. He got paid. Got paid from other people. And they do this with other apps to sign on up, because it's another way to earn money. They have a referral program to earn money. Your whole thing was, well, she could have signed up, but he was doing all the deliveries. I don't think Pedro would show up to a house and it says his fiance's name and he comes out there looking like CM Punk. CM Punk is a wrestler, everyone. Pedro looks like him and CM Punk, they look like brothers. I gave someone a complaint because it said a woman's name, it said a guy's name, and a woman showed up to drop it off, and it was a Samoan guy's name, but a white lady showed up to drop it off, and they didn't want to come up to my address and do all that stuff. Like, they pretty much did not want to do the order right. I don't think Pedro would put himself in a situation to where he can get deactivated by showing up as his fiance. No one is that stupid. When my wife is doing DoorDash, if she's doing a shopping order and they give her a lot of the cases of water, I pick those up and walk those up to the door with her. The people see that it's heavy work and she's getting help. That's her husband, bam, but she is the one doing the job. That's completely different. That's completely different. Now, DoorDash in these places have said that you cannot put your referral codes inside your description on social media, because if you have a bunch of followers and subscribers, you'll make buku money. But they do say family, friends, and people that you know, go ahead, get them signed on up. There ain't nothing wrong with that. And to make an issue about that, I thought was so petty, because they got a referral bonus for the 900. So what? He can't do it again. Now, if whoever else is out there, if you want to make some extra money, you got friends around you, you got a spouse, and they want to try some of the apps that you do, let them sign up under your link. Let you get that referral bonus, because it's all going back to the same household. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Eli. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Eli. So for coming at someone for doing that was just pettier than petty Pedro. I got to stick up for him. And then you were like, his fiance never drove and all this stuff. And it was like you were trying to create something about Pedro that nobody was even talking about. You were trying to create something there. Now, I know me and Pedro don't see eye to eye like that, but there is something that we don't do to each other, and we definitely don't do that. That's one of my nemesis here. And we don't do that to each other. We don't do that to each other at all. We keep it competitive. That's what we do. So, I don't know what's up with your brand. I know what's up with mine, my people, and my guests. Y'all make sure when you ever dealing with hot facts, look, there's a ring here. I'm married. The reason why we don't go out saying, the reason why I don't go out saying I'm doing videos and we're making $300 something a day, $400 a day, doing this work is because that would be misleading. We're a couple. It's coming back to the same household. Okay? That's why I don't put up that content. I made $500 today. I made this much this week. I don't do content like that because I'm married. I handle my brand right. You might say maybe we should do that. And I'll get more viewers and things like that. I want my channel to grow. And dude, 6 years, man. 6 years. 429,000 views. Anyone can do the math right there. Anyone can do the math. Them numbers don't add up. For you to have an opinion on people who are climbing and doing something at a rate that you would want to do if you could. Stop hating on people, everybody out there. Stop being a heckler. Stop being a troll. Do you at all times. And remember this. You may be a friend. You may be a foe. When it comes down time to this gig world, I represent all of us. I don't let nobody come in and try to create some weirdness to try to destroy some things. It's not going to happen here. And that guy in the Batman suit, who is one of your people, you know who he is, because he's like, Eli this, Eli that. I would like to do an interview with you to know why you walk around in a Batman suit in public every day and you're not fighting crime and you're not doing anything like Dash Gordon. I want to interview you. I want to see how weird you are. Not in the comments. I want to see. Because I ain't seen one person really want to be Batman in real life. Except for you. That's not cool. That's not cool. Friend or foe, gig world, I got your back. Don't mess with anyone's subscribers and the guests that come on their show. Don't mess with anyone's wives or their kids. That's a no-no. If you do it over and over again, people get flagged and they gotta go. We out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Peace out.